Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and yeah, today we're gonna finish the match of Monkey Goku versus just, DeadKu, Angel Halo Goku. And I think in the future, I'm gonna set it back to 60-minute time limits so that we can really get a sense for the time rules in the matches, because this one definitely went a little long. It's really cool that with the commentary we were able to see exactly what's going on, but it was about 30 minutes per game, so yeah. We'll get back to a more condensed format soon enough. That being said, I hope you guys like it. Just wanted to say that if you do want content like this in the future, think about going down and hitting that subscribe button, clicking the notification button, and liking the video and commenting on the match so that this video trends. We definitely want to keep rising. We just hit the 2,000 milestone. We're gonna keep trying to blow past that. So yeah, and if you want to support the brand in other different areas, you got UniXDB where I play Dragon Ball games. You got UniXMag where I talk about manga, anime, and their games. And you got UXG Live, which is my Twitch channel. So you can find me in a bunch of different places. You can join the Discord. We are doing a lot of cool stuff in Universe X. So without further ado, let's get into this match, and I hope you guys enjoy it with the special commentators. Alright, so I've got actually both players with me for part 3 of the commentary, so this should be a treat. On this one, I'm going to be talking a lot less because I think 3 people can be a little hectic at times. I'll chime in when I can, but for the most part, I'm going to let Amani and Zach take it away. And I think this might be something I do a little more often, just actually have game 1 by one person, game 2 by another person. If there's a game 3, we get them both in here if, time is permitting and whatnot. So, with that being said, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, Amani and Zach.
Thank you.
Hey.
Pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure to be here. Okay, so guys, Zegna is here with us today. We're going to take over this stream. We're going to kick Spencer off. Just because it's his Discord and it's his channel and it's his video doesn't mean we're not going to come in here and pog walk all over this video, right? We're going to give expert commentary.
It's our video now.
Exactly. Get off of our videos.
You're right. I will submit and actually plug. Amani has no things that you should go follow or subscribe to, but Zach is part of Team Hermit Style, so you should go over there, check out their podcast, actually look into their Patreon, definitely join their Discord. It is their video now.
All right, now that he's done plugging, I'm going to go ahead and plug really quick. Guys, if you haven't hit that button yet, hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe, ring that bell, so you can get all of the quality videos from Universe X, and thanks for tuning in. We're here with Zegna on the right side with Angel Halo, Amani on the left side with Monkey Goku. We're going to get into this game. So this is game 3 for all of those.
While you were talking, Amani over there, he's flipping world champs. He's sliding cards from the top deck to his hand. He's playing magician over there.
Yeah,
he's all good.
So, he's going to need all the cheat that he can get here. He's down 1 game, and Angel Halo has been proven to be more of a challenge for him than he would have ever expected. Zegna, if you could please tell us what you're thinking Zach's going to do this game. He's going second.
Well, I'll say this is game 3. I think Angel Halo goes first, yeah. So Angel Halo, best turn 1. Right now, it looks like he's trying to dig for the Kai. You need to see North Kai in the deck to start getting your Angel Halos. Without having 3 in your drop, it's hard for the deck to play when it's flipped over. So at this point, we're just drawing 3 to dig, playing Kai to dig, and then we're going to pitch off the bubbles to then dig again for North Kai.
This has got to be a very serious dig. He discarded one of his super combos to get his starting ability up. He really must need this North Kai. How important is it to the start of the game?
Wait, what? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know why. I saw North Kai in the top 5, and he picked up Majoran, and I don't know.
Well, look, hang on. Zach's been playing this deck a lot more than you have. Just give him some time. He knows what he's doing. Meanwhile, Amani over here is going to charge his Bomb Unison. Top 10 or top 5, I guess, for Yamcha. The Yams. So, obviously, neither of these leaders benefit at all from attacking on the first turn. They're just going into their setup turns. He grabs Explosive. They're moving pretty fast this game here. They're not even really going through their total top cards here. So, I guess they kind of have their
at this point
strategies down set. Now that we're in game 3, we've seen game 1, we've seen... Yeah, so... We've seen game 1, we've seen the game 2. Oh!
Yeah, so, this was confusing to me. Why I don't know what Amani was doing when he swung here. Do you have any idea why he would have swung there?
given the game two, especially when he went first, he was a lot more aggressive that game, trying to probably close the game a little sooner. So I think he's trying to get damage done, but I think it was very unexpected for Zach to have started off with so many Angel Halos.
Yeah, it was at I had 2 Angel Halos in hand, so I think that's why the Kai wasn't searched, because with the bubbles and drop you can grab the 3rd Halo. But the fact that Amani swung on his turn just allowed a Halo to be comboed, because for some reason Bandai printed limit 1 on them. You can't use multiples in the same turn, so it would have stalled out the Awaken turn here to turn 3.
Wow, that is a pretty interesting limitation. But Amani didn't read it. I guarantee you. So he fell for it. So now let's see what happens. Zach's on his Awakening turn. And so now, like, normally Monkey Goku has a turn to Awakening. Obviously, Angel Halo has a turn to Awakening. It's interesting to see that in all 3 of these games, Zach's been pretty consistent in Awakening on time here and getting that pressure out. We'll see if Amani can return the pressure this game. He is going second, and we did see in game 1 that played unfavorably for him. Zach is taking his opportunity to get ahead here and start using his Angel Halo skills to cycle through his cards, get some advantage here early. This should be a pretty interesting game here. He's moving a lot of cards away. He's already got that Dead Heat. He's already used the Mjolnir. All the Angel Halos are out now, so this is pretty much the max consistency he can get to now.
Yeah, it may have been viable to not Majoran, just keep him on board. I don't think there was a threat for Majoran to be... I guess it could have been killed if Amani gets an Awaken here into the Explosive, so I guess that's fine. Having the Sarda live this turn might not be that big a deal because there's only going to be 1 attack coming through that will matter.
Well, we have historically seen Amani choose to wait until turn 3 before he awakens, so we'll see if that happens here in game 2. Now, I do see that Zach is tapped out here, so this might be the best opportunity to take an aggro approach if he can. But in the first 2 games, he just chose not to awaken until turn 3, so we'll see if he keeps that strategy up, or if he takes a new approach here. There's obviously he has the Bomb Unison if he's charged too. That's not. And he is going to take the turn to Awakening. Okay, so let's see if this makes or breaks the matchup for him. He is 1-1 and winning on turn. So we'll see if now finally he's awakened on turn 2 if he's got the power that he's, I guess, been looking for these first 2 games.
Bro, it is turn 2 and you have 3 Frieda's Army reinforcements in it.
I didn't say he was drawing optimally. I said he was drawing cards. So we got Explosive going at leader and starting off with a simple combo step here. Now it's very interesting. Zach is protecting his life from 6. I guess he's anticipating the damage coming. He is tapped out, so there is damage to be done here.
So that was definitely a... I had the Olabu in hand, or Zach had the Olabu in hand, which is better in Warp than it is in hand. So it was just one of those things where it didn't feel like it was a minus value to combo with it, and it saves you damage.
Okay. Amani's definitely taking the opportunity here to get full aggro. Now that Zach is tapped out, we know that the counterplay that the Angel Halo deck plays is very strong against this deck. So while he's tapped out here, best opportunity, I think, to go ahead and get as many attacks in as possible. There is Angel Halo with the free combo step there. So they've already produced 2 Z energy. It looks like Zach is building up for a good counterplay next turn. And the monkey is going full force. That's kind of interesting. He can't untap it now that he's decided to do it. So I guess he intends on... I don't know what he intends on doing with the second energy here. Ah, there it is. Okay. Well, yeah, with 3 freezes on reinforcements, it makes perfect sense for him to go ahead down to 5 here.
I have to be able to protect that Unison.
Yeah. Priority number 1, Zach has punished this Unison every opportunity he's gotten, and now with 2 of them in the energy, it's even more important that he's able to protect his 3rd one. So many copies of them are already gone.
I think Amani misspoke earlier too. He said counterplay. He meant the counterattack. Sarda's the counterattack. So for anybody that's going into the comments saying, "Oh, you don't have a counterplay," that's me.
Well, no, he did. He said counterplay. He dares you to challenge him on that. It's definitely a counterplay. Just because Zach plays the deck doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about.
Amani doesn't even know what he's talking about, and he doesn't even play the deck.
I don't think we need to use the real name. Sarda is like dwarf dude with pigtails.
It's easier to say Sarda.
Dwarf dude.
So Dead Heat is back again, and now we've got all barrier cards in play, but now because it's Dead Heat, it makes it very difficult for Frieza's Army Reinforcements to protect this Bulma Unison, because obviously Dead Heat will just move the token out of the way. So this is an interesting space to see. And this is just basically free real estate here on this Bulma Unison, but without the additional attacker, it still survives. So we'll see if that does make a difference. Zach plays a Senzu Bean here to get some energy open. I'm assuming he's preparing for an onslaught of attacks here. He does intend on getting this Bulma Unison out of the way, especially considering there are 3 of them visibly gone. So if it's dead, it's pretty much dead.
Awakened Onslaught, just a good card in the deck to
Instead of-
singular energy for 15k, can be crit, cycles back 3 battle cards to get you more Angel Halos.
Just an amazing card. I mean, it really does maximize the utilization of the Angel Halos, which really is just there to generate more card advantage. Now, it is critical, so it's of course going straight to the leader, and Amani does not do the critical thing, as we've seen in the first 2 games, so he is going to take the negate here. We do see that the Angel Halo leader is still active, so the blocker does have value here if it's necessary. And there it goes.
Yeah, I think there should have been leader should have swung Bulma first. I guess it doesn't matter, but because yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
Hindsight 2020. I do think that was still a good play for you to discard the Angel Halo and gain the critical, so I think it would have played out the same.
Yeah, I don't think that. So the problem with what that whole sequence was, I didn't have enough battle cards in drop to get a Halo. So swing with the Awakened Onslaught gets negated. That's fine. But here, yeah, you see, I'm playing Olabu. I couldn't get the Olabu on field with the amount of battle cards that were in my drop area to bounce back the token to then swing into the Bulma.
I see. This is a pretty rough tap out here. I mean, but I guess it's very important to get the Bulma, but maybe... I mean, we do see the explosive here in active mode. I guess if he gets the explosive, it's still value, but...
So it won't be a tap out here. We have the Dead Heat's going to untap an energy for the at the end of the turn, so...
Yeah. I mean, it's just a tap on the offense step, so like
Right.
this is really a good call that this is the last attack here. Alright, so now, of course, we do know that counterplay is very live. We do want to be mindful of that. Let's see. Now, Amani has gone to 3 life as he charged his 3rd energy, so that's a really interesting game state. He starts off with a battle card, of course. He's expecting the counter attack. Boom. And Zach chooses to go with a bean instead, which is also an equally effective card here, mitigating damage. These are just base 15Ks, so with his leader being base 20, it does stop a lot of additional aggression that could be coming out this turn. Okay, 1-drop bomb when to draw a card. Very good target for the monkey. He goes with another attack here with the 15K. Zach lets it through. No real need, because it's going to cost him a card just to get up to damage. And there is a pan combo. That's 20K there. Zach uses his free leader skill to block the attack. Pan goes to the Z energy. And I'm just kind of wondering, I do think this is a monkey evolve here. We did see him get that monkey the last turn, and he's probably just powering it up. There it is. That's such a cool combo, you know. It took some time for me to kind of get comfortable with using it. Like, I really don't think that monkey was that great. But, like, that's so much value there. And there is the counter attack. The monkey is visible. It's obviously going to be able to attack. So Zach goes ahead and plays the counter attack now just to kind of mitigate the amount of efficiency he gains. So very good call there, because there's still 3 more attackers that can fall under that counter.
At this point, there wasn't any card disparity. I mean, there was the bean used from hand, but stop the first attack, free combo, stop the second attack, and then this forces the monkey to have to bottom deck when it attacks.
Yeah. I think both players are still in a good spot here. I mean, obviously it was a draw 2 to untap the monkey, so it was kind of like a break even there.
Right.
Ooh, that's a heavy combo. 35K double strike to the leader.
And quick interjection, just in case you guys are already watching games 1 and 2 and you're here, this is a very, very good show about how 2 experienced players, even though their decks are made to do different things, can definitely shift the tempo of their gameplay. Game 1, you had both decks very much so operating in a mid-range kind of flow, followed by a game where yellow pivoted to the aggressor while blue had to respond to that, followed by this game where you can clearly see that both sides are pushing as hard as they can on the aggressive end of their tempo. And it just goes to show you that just because your deck is mid-range, aggro, or control, you do need to shift your game style and your approach to etch out that win.
And I think this is an excellent example of adapting to an opponent's playstyle. Here, Amani is trying to push with a lot more aggression than probably we saw in his game one when he went second here. He's comboing his Bulma off the board because, as we know, Zach has several removals to non-barrier cards. The monkey is one thing, of course, but pretty much everything else is not worth removing. So I think he gets maximum value there, getting Zach down to 3, and we're going into next turn. So it is obviously a problem that in his attempt to deal the damage, he left all of Zach's battle cards here, and Zach just has a very good start to the turn, just having 3 15Ks active mode. And so he's going to start by pummeling right where it needs to hit. And there is the riposte. Obvious call with 1 energy left open. We can see 2 extra cards in the graveyard. This is an obvious play, but this is a tap out here. And as we've seen, Angel Halo is more than capable of producing the battle cards necessary to punch through riposte. We will see how much this costs Amani to play this riposte this early in the turn.
I think it's definitely an uphill battle for Angel Halo to try to swing through this riposte.
Yeah,
I think it was a fine tap out from Amani here too.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best he can afford. Being at 3 life, it is still pretty early in the game, despite the life totals here. I do think Angel Halo has space to present, you know, a little bit more damage, but it's all up to what Zach's game plan is here. He is ahead on the energy curve, and, you know, he doesn't have to extend here because he knows that 3 life is a very easy number to take down from once he just gets control of the board. He does have a bit of board advantage here as far as being the aggressor this turn.
Yeah, here we see a bit of a misplay. We popped off the Majoran to grab back the Another World Blitz. I think we could have swung with 1 15K and used the Majoran as a tap down. So I think that's a missed attack there.
Big call, big call. It definitely could have just gone to rest mode before it was popped. It can pop from
Right.
it.
Like here, it could have saved this starter from being rested.
Big call, big call.
Oh,
Now-
you mean Dog Ningen Senpai?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
popped
yeah.
it on active mode, and he could have had it in rest mode first before he did it, either by attacking with another card or by using it. Yeah, I mean, it is those little nuances here. Mine's at 3 life, so I mean, every damage matters, and every card attacks reduces a card from defense step.
Yeah, and here's where Zach is like, oh, I should have tapped the Majoran instead of the Sarda to...
How do you know what Zach's thinking?
Oh, it's almost like I was there. The other thing, too, is interesting that he swung into Unison here.
Yeah,
Opposed
yeah,
to...
yeah. I mean, 3 life.
Oh, he does pass here. I thought this was his attempt to go in here.
He hits a monkey and then passes, and of course we see him standing his 1 energy remaining because it's basically all it needs. The floodgate is very strong against this deck. It was interesting that he went for the Unison there, with Monty's life being at 3. I mean, that could have cost a card out of his hand at the very least. So we're starting with the monkey attack, anticipating the floodgate, and it is a dimension magic this time here. So a very easy negate, not too much trouble. Repose comes down, and there is the floodgate, right? And I think it was better on Zach to start off with the dimension magic, of course, just to prevent from having to use sparking on it, because Amani has already proven that he will try to attack through this floodgate. So very good execution there.
So one thing that was interesting too was the Awakened Onslaught could have sacked off as the energy to bottom deck something on Amani's board. It could have bottom decked the Robotic Riposte to keep it from being an attacker this turn.
Just the small things now, hindsight.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amani starts with the Monkey Leader effect, and he goes to 20. And we did see him reach for a Z Awaken there, but I guess he changed his mind at the end. He is at 3 life this time, unlike in the first game, so he was capable of doing it. But I don't think he has a monkey in his discard powers. I think that's what messed him up here. Okay. Reach card speed. I'm the world champion. And that's just so much tempo there. It's just gaining 2 cards per 1 energy here. So much open energy, so many more options now that he's drawn 4 more cards. Doesn't look like his hand is particularly aggressive, but it's going to be pretty tough to attack through. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Maybe he has ADHD or something. But disparity's about even. We're going to go explosive. Pops the critical. And the token. Now, remember, the token doesn't have an energy cost, so it can't attack without having a bottom deck a card here.
Right. It's 10k, so it only needs one card or leader effect to get to 15. Obviously, in this instance, it needs to be 20, but one super combo will get it there.
So this is a curious one here. Obviously, the super combo on aggro is a little. Whoa! Did he just draw 2 more super combos, including his secret rare? That's
Looks like I see. Yeah, looks like there's all 4 in his hand.
that is pretty crazy. And look how much more. Oh my goodness gracious! Did he just draw 2 super combos from that? That just changed the whole course of this combo set. What is this power? 20, 50, 55, 60, 70k double strike on 3 life. Zach has no choice but to take it. Just out of nowhere, the power of that Gohan Piccolo secret rare. Oh my god. Wow. What a crazy draw too from that super combo. Imagine taking the risk of comboing on a 10k token and you're rewarded like that. God.
Luckily, there is the negate for the 30k, but
Thankfully, he does have the max power, and he does choose to return it to the hand so that he can have the option to either remove the Piccolo Gohan if he needs to, or negate another attack next turn. He's down to 1 life, so we know that he's not playing Baby Hatch this game, so the defense step is pretty much over, right? And all that's going to matter here is how much pressure he can put out. So Amani passes, because of course it's card per attack, and now this is Zach's moment here. He's at 1 life, so this is the most meaningful turn. Charge to 5. Let's see where we go. Starting off with a simple 15k at the 3 life leader. And that's just enough, right? That provokes any response for the turn. So Amani's thinking hard. A riposte is a tap out here, and Zach does have a lot of resources still visible to work with. We do know he's playing the Goku Kaioken secret rare, so you have to be very careful if you're going to play riposte. It's very easy to punch through with all your energy. So he goes combo 1. Another 15k Atom. Zach checks his Z energy. And there's another 5.
I'll say it is interesting. I guess keeping the 1 energy open does bluff power of Super Saiyan here, but wouldn't it have been just better to riposte on the very first swing?
In theory, yes, but I do think it was important to try to reduce as many of the attacks as possible here without visibly play, because like the problem is once you play the riposte, right, you've committed to the tap out, so now your opponent can see that you have no more options. 3 Frieza's armor reinforcements are visibly gone, so you're very limited in how many surprises, air quote, you have left. Secret rares on board. All your Frieza's armies are gone. There's nothing else, right? If it's not on board, he doesn't. So I think that it might have been good for him to just take a couple of combos out before he revealed the riposte. Now he's got 3 bodies sideways instead of just...
Here we're getting 1 more card untapped, getting rid of the secret rare, just in case.
Olabu. And Olabu with the power to just remove anything, regardless of cost, regardless of position. Very strong for just a 1-cost card. And goes in for 15k. Amani blocks here. And he does do the -1 to untap his Bulma. It looks like he's going to need every little bit of blocker he can get. Interesting that he comboed to save the explosive in what is otherwise a lethal turn. Oh,
secret rare.
Absolutely huge.
Casual 10 energy for the turn.
There it is. And now we begin here, and we're going attacking through a riposte. He's got 5 energy open, guys, and we realize that this card is not Baby Hatch, but Zach just screams the power of this secret rare as he goes in for this full-on onslaught. We are now 3 for 3 in seeing him attempt to close a game with this. One time he did so successfully, and now we're going to see if he can pull that out again.
It is beyond crazy that he comes down and gives himself the ability to swing all 3 times through Hatch, or through riposte.
It's very strong, yeah. So Zach's putting a little bit of power into this critical strike here. We see 1924k, and that is going to be a super combo. We've already seen Amani now use 2 super combos, so here is his 3rd one here. So we're running kind of low on gas to be staring at a 40k triple attacker. This should be, I don't know. This can go either way as of current. And there is the dead heat. That is a pretty big investment here to energy for riposte to be on board. We're gonna see where we pay out here. And Dead Heat begins. Combos with the card from the graveyard, bottom decks the token, he taps an energy. And we know, Zach, we're probably expecting some bean action. There we go. Very powerful in the secret rare because it's triple attack. It does get maximum value from the Senzu Bean. And Dead Heat untaps to allow himself to be able to use the secret rare for another attack. And there it is, the first 40k.
The only problem is the Dead Heat has barrier when it's played here, so you can't choose that card.
That is really sad. And we do know, basically, any of these 45Ks that goes through is going through for damage. Amani is, at best, got one secret rare left, 5 cards in hand. With that, oh, drop the super card.
Dig for more cards.
Okay, well, this is it here. We've got 2 life left. We've got 2 guaranteed attacks. They're 45Ks. I've got a blocker in front. Boom. And there's the block. One more attack visibly thanks to the repose. 3 active mode cards. What do we do now?
Very unfortunate that blocker was the difference between life and death, I think, right there.
Yeah, I mean, 1 life tapped out, and obviously he can't tap Dead Heat. If he could produce another, like an overarm or something, but unfortunately Angel Halo can't play black cards, so I think this is it. Picks up a Halo and prepares for the defense step.
You could literally see it now. He had to immediately pivot to trying to kill your kill potential.
And again, we missed another Awakened Onslaught trigger to get rid of the Riposte as an attacker, which might have made the difference. Which might make the difference here if Amani attempts to try to kill him. I think.
With the monkey in the graveyard now, all Amani has to do is go for it with the leader. We do see the cooler in his hand. I'm not certain where the combo power is going. If he's going to try to go for a bait, and he does walk into a Dimension Magic. It is a tap out, but he lets Zach untap the 2. Okay.
I think Zach's at 2 life here.
Is he? I mean, either way.
Well, think of it. If he's at 1 and he taps out with D Magic, would that just be a snap cooler?
Yeah, of course. I do think he might be it too. So now here we are with the cooler, and I think this is very interesting, right? Because they're all his autos. Amani is now choosing to resolve the leader to make sure he gets 6 cards for his cooler draw too. So it's really cool to know that the autos can resolve that way. It is not a part of the counter to draw the cards. This is auto. So he does. Yeah. So now I see. Okay. And yeah, I guess with that 1 attack with the repose, he guarantees the 2 cards, and that is the game. Wow. So I just want to take a moment to just recap the absolute monstrosity that is this Kaioken secret rare. Zach, what was that? 5, 6 attacks through a repose?
I don't think you got the time. I'll be real.
So it was started negated, and then it was Awakened Onslaught, another Olabu,
Dead Heat.
3 secret rares, and a Dead Heat swing. So 6 attacks coming in after a riposte.
So yeah, like we said, guys, it's not Baby Hatch, of course, but like when it comes to the offense, this Kaioken, it is definitely very well designed. It is, and Zach just roars to the power of it. He has closed 1 game successfully with it, and then gotten extremely close here. Thankfully, Amani wasn't totally out of gas, but this was a very close game. And it's good to see 3 for 3, the Battle of Secret Rares here. Both of them have had no trouble in finding their secret rares and executing them to their fullest potential. This was a really good match to watch.
Indeed.
I agree.
Well, I want to thank you guys once again for getting on the channel. Does anybody want to put in any last minute plugs before I go into the closing?
Zach,
I mean, you shouted out the Hermit Style. Come check us out. We have a huge Discord community. We're starting to put out YouTube content now. Simple stuff, just gameplay videos, but starting to grow that a little bit. But yeah, always a pleasure to be on UniX and help my boy Chris.
Hey, it was definitely cool to have you guys both on. It was actually awesome to have you guys both.
Very cool.
On
Very
the
cool.
commentary.
Very cool. Thank you, Zegna, for joining us, watching Amani and Zach play this game out. Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to join you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Spencer, for having us in Universe X. Always an honor to be on here commentating, just trying to share some knowledge on the game states. And this was a very fun match to watch. I hope everybody enjoys it.
Alrighty then, I'll pull into the closing. So there you have it. That was game 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. We definitely had a whole lot of input between all of them. The links in the description will go to the other games, and yeah, I hope you guys will stick around for more. Like I said, if you aren't a part of the UniX fam today, I suggest you press the subscribe button, and we'll keep putting out more and more content. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys the next time you decide to join.